Hey, Donasia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It is so good to see you.
So, what are you most looking forward to as your new role as Valencia College president?
Well, do you remember back when you took New Student Experience and you had to do the Strengths Quest?
Yep. I still have that book.
You still have that book?
I still have that book.
So one of my strengths is actually learner. And so one of the things that I'm looking forward to most about really getting into the role as president is learning about Valencia in new ways. So I'm obviously not new to Valencia, but I'm new to the role. So I'm really excited to look at the college through a different lens and from a different perspective, and to listen with new ears, and to learn about the partnerships that we can continue to nurture and develop, but also identify new opportunities for partnerships and better ways to serve both our students and our community.
Looking back when you started college, what were the most challenges you've ever faced?
Gosh, when I started college as a student, whew, so that was way back in 1997.
I wasn't born yet. I wasn't born yet. 2 more years and I would have been here.
That is spectacular. So we had the internet, but we didn't have, my goodness, I don't think we had Wi-Fi. I think we had to plug in like Ethernet cables. I had a cell phone, but
it wasn't an iPhone.
It was definitely not an iPhone, and minutes were limited. So honestly, one of the challenges that I struggled with most was just being homesick. And I think about how different it would have been if I had had FaceTime or the ability to really connect with family more so than just, by the actual telephone that was plugged into a wall. But another thing that I struggled with was that I'm a first-generation college graduate. So I didn't really have someone at home where I could ask questions, particularly as I was struggling or, trying to figure things out. I wasn't sure who I could ask for advice. So that was one of the things that was particularly difficult for me as I went away to college. I talked to my mom all the time, and she gave me the best advice that she could, but without having had that experience, she was just trying to project what I should do. But fortunately, with really wonderful faculty and friends, was able to succeed.
Which of your experiences as a college student do you feel most influenced you and most shaped you as a leader?
So I would say that my journey from starting as a physics major and then discovering a love for studying Spanish and then wanting to add Spanish as a major, that to me was really influential. I went to college completely confident that physics is what I was going to do. And then as I was studying physics, I realized that probably wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So that was really instructive for me. I think students feel so much pressure these days to know exactly what it is that they'll do. And that's really hard when you're 17 or 18 or 19-year-olds, or goodness, when you're 30 or 40 or 50-year-old in that respect. I would also say that when I went through the process of adding Spanish as a major, I actually had a staff member tell me that I was too old to learn a language.
I remember you told me this story. Yes, you did.
And that was really difficult to hear, in large part because I believed her. And so for me, and that's a lesson that I carry with me to this day, how powerful our words are as faculty and staff at the college, and how important it is to demonstrate to our students that we believe in them and that we see the unlimited potential that they have. And any indication that you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're too old for this, that can really have a long-lasting, really detrimental impact. So that's a lesson that has been really powerful for me.
So in 2020, COVID-19 hit us really hard. It was effective on all of us. And now that we have the vaccines and most schools are opening up again, what are your immediate plans at Valencia College when we emerge from the pandemic?
I'm really excited to have the opportunity to have many more face-to-face classes and mixed mode classes, as well as in-person services available for our students. I think Valencia did an incredible job pivoting, making that transition to online, especially early in the pandemic. We just did such amazing things across the board, from our faculty transforming more than 4,000 courses from face-to-face to online in a week, to our student affairs and tutoring going entirely online when they really hadn't had a virtual presence before. It was just remarkable. And we know that many students benefited from the ability to continue their education. But we also know that many students really strongly prefer that in-person interaction. And we know that some students took a break or opted out altogether of college. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to open our doors back for those students who really prefer to be on campus, while at the same time maintaining a really strong online presence, because many students have found that fits in their lives better than coming to campus.